Mike, Lelena, and Lelena from Reality Bites too. Got up the next morning and went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast and coffee. They got a table by the window. This is a nice restaurant. Pancakes by the Bay. I like the name. You're going to love the food. Oh, here comes Penelope, the waitress. Hi. It's nice to see you people this morning. How can I help you? I've obviously never eaten here before. What would you recommend? The pancakes are delicious, but you can only taste the transcendent deliciousness of the pancakes if you are in love. Love is the key ingredient that flavors the pancakes. The mere culinary pleasure that you derive from eating the pancakes is heightened by by the feeling of walking along a path in life illuminated by profound love. I'm not in love. Does it mean that they are going to taste like ordinary pancakes to me? Damn. I'm in love with you, Lelena. Look into my eyes, feel my soul. Feel the unity of your soul with mine, my soul with yours. We can transcend, we can walk along that path of immortal love into the gates of dawn and fields of never seen beauty and abundance. Okay, I'm looking into your eyes. Now taste the pancakes. Lelena takes a bite of the pancakes. They do taste better that way. They finish eating breakfast and walk out of the restaurant into what they thought was a San Francisco morning. They thought it was going to be a San Francisco morning. It turned out to be a Houston morning. Wow, this is the apartment complex where the characters in Reality Bites lived. Oh, hi, Frog. Your name is Frog? Where'd you get that name? Oh, wait a minute. Is that your real name? Is that a nickname? Um, so this is Reality Bites. Okay. Um, wow. This is the apartment complex. That's your nickname at school? Okay, cool. It's a cool nickname. Okay. This is the apartment complex at from where the characters in Reality Bites live. Here, have we been spliced from Reality Bites 2 into Reality Bites? Sure looks like it. Yeah. This is the building from Reality Bites. The land from Reality Bites 2. We have to go inside to see the place. Sure. They went inside the apartment building to discuss the situation. When they get inside the building, they found a strange-looking man in the vestibule. His name is Hugh Henderson. Excuse me, people. Are you here to see Troy Dyer? Yeah, how did you know? You have that look about you. You have the mischievous look about you that is a defining characteristic of Troy's friends. We're not mischievous. Oh, I know you're up to something. We are most certainly not up to something. We are just here to visit our friend Troy. Then you can't. You can't visit Troy unless you're up to something. We can't visit Troy unless we're up to something? We're not up to something. If we were up to something, we would tell you. Why would you tell me if you were up to something? That would give it away. If you were up to something, I'm sure you wouldn't tell me because then I would snitch on you. Then I could snitch on you. Maybe we would tell if we were up to something if we wanted you to join us as an accomplice. But I assure you, we are not up to something. That being said, why are we not permitted to enter the building and visit Troy unless we're up to something? Because he's up to something. Unless you are in on the something that he's up to, you're not in cahoots with him and shall not be permitted to enter the building. Okay, we were just kidding. We are up to something. What are you up to? We're not supposed to tell you. It's between us and Troy. That's the right answer. Do you know what we're up to? No, I just know you're up to something. That's part of the screening process that the person must go through to be admitted to the building. You have to prove to me that you're up to something and that you are in cahoots with Troy. I can tell that you are up to something by the look in your eyes. Now for the other part of the screening process. Do you remember when Troy said that there was an IQ prerequisite to talk to him? Yeah, there really is. You have to score in the genius range of IQs in order to talk to him. You have to have a genius level IQ just to talk to this asshole? He won't even talk to people with average IQs? No, he won't. Why won't he? Because those are his rules. Those are his rules? Who has rules? He does. He has rules. And those are his rules. Well, Lena and I are both smart, but I don't see why we should have to prove it. Those are his rules. You have to prove it. How do we prove it? I have an appointment set up for you and Lelena to be tested at a testing center in Austin, Texas. How's Saturday morning? Okay. I think it's ridiculous, but we'll go. Bring me back proof of your genius level IQs, and you should be admitted to the building. Okay, Lelena, would you like to practice more William Shakespeare dialects tonight? Sure. Michael and Lelena practice find a park in Houston, Texas on that beautiful night where they can practice some more dialogue. Here's an example. Michael and Lelena thoroughly enjoyed their performances of William Shakespeare dialogue. Mike looks into Lelena's eyes and then up at the full moon on a June evening whose warm breeze blanketed their bodies and enlivened their souls. The evenings are nice here in Houston. aren't they? They are, but I miss so much about San Francisco. I miss the Golden Gate Bridge and pancakes by the bay. Quite frankly, so do I. I miss the delicious pancakes at Pancakes by the Bay along with the coffee. I miss the murder mystery we were trying to solve there. So do I. What do you really think? Do you think Penelope did it? Well, Elena, believe it or not, I think it's possible. I find it to be quite exhilarating trying to solve it. When I really think about it, I also think it's possible, but then I think, is that polite and charming waitress capable of murder? I agree, she doesn't seem to be. I really want to get sliced back into reality bites too, based in San Francisco, so we can try to solve the murder case and enjoy pancakes by the bay again. So do I. I just thought of something. Do you think it's possible that Penelope splices from reality bites in San Francisco to reality bites in Houston because she knows we suspect that she's the murderer? Can she really do that? I hope not. I really want to get back into reality bites too in San Francisco. So do I. Houston's a nice place, but I've got to get back to San Francisco. There's no place like San Francisco. Look, did you see that? See what? Look over there. By the tree over there? I think I saw something. For a fleeting moment, I thought I saw a glimpse of pancakes by the bay through a transom. I thought I saw Ethan Hawke on stage performing a theatrical version of Reality Bites there with some actress. I wonder if there's some new splicing taking place. Maybe do you want to practice some more William Shakespeare dialogue? Sure. They practiced some more William Shakespeare dialogue. Here's next. Michael and I got up the next morning and decided to go out for breakfast. Do you want to go out for breakfast? Sure. We'll have to find a good place. If we look around Houston, I'm sure there must be something similar to Pancakes by the Bay. Let's go. Michael and I walk around Houston, and to their bewilderment, saw what appeared to be Pancakes by the Bay. Is that Pancakes by the Bay? It sure looks like to me. What's it doing here in Houston, Texas? Let's go and find out. Michael and Elena walked in the restaurant to find whether this would certainly appear to be a Pancakes by the Bay. They also saw Ethan Hawke on stage performing a scene for Reality Bites with some actress. It's a scene where Troy and Elena are walking around Houston, smoking and drinking coffee. Here's an excerpt from it. You see, Elena, all we need is good conversation, coffee, and cigarettes. You got it. All of a sudden, Mike interrupts them. Have you ever had the coffee here at Pancakes by the Bay? Excuse me, you are interrupting our play. Oh, I'm sorry, thespians. Keep acting. Well, now that you've interrupted us, I'd like to know what was so important. I'd really like you to try the coffee here. The coffee? I would assume it's just your typical flavorless diner coffee. This coffee? Oh no. This coffee is exceptional. Exceptional. Let me try it. Penelope, would you bring Troy some coffee? Coming right now. Penelope comes out with a cup of coffee for Troy. Here you go. Troy takes a sip of the coffee. You know what? This is good. This is no ordinary coffee. I feel as though I'm on some elevated plane of existence whereupon I reach a plateau of love so profound, it guides me through the gates of dawn into a field of ever-expanding beauty and immerses me into a state of pleasure so acute it can only be felt on a spiritual plane of existence when I drink this coffee. Troy looks at Sheila, the girl who portrays Lelena in the play, and tells her he loves her. Sheila? What is it, Troy? I love you. What? Are you kidding me? I'm not in love with you. You're not? No. Gave you that idea. We're not in love. Oh, yes, we are. We are? That's news to me. Sheila? We're in love. What the fuck are you saying to me? Where did you come up with such a bizarre notion? We're not in love. Try some of the coffee, Sheila, and then tell me that we're not in love. Sheila gets a cup of coffee from Penelope. She takes a sip of it. You're right. We are in love. I noticed that when I noticed that. God damn. When you look outside, you see San Francisco. That's right. From inside here, we were in Reality Bites 2 in San Francisco. When you go outside, you were back into Reality Bites in Houston, Texas. I wonder how that is. Been trying to figure that out. Some unknown force seems to be splicing the two movies together in unusual ways. Look out the window. It's that same woman in the Corvette. She gave a package to another woman who is now driving off with it. Yeah. That's been going on for a while. Really like to go to my condominium and bring some dialogue with Elena. Do you know how I can get there? Let me let you in on something. If you drive with a Corvette woman at an accelerated speed, you are spliced back into Reality Bites 2. Wait till she comes back, and you can try to go for a ride with her. Does she take anybody? I think she'll take you people. That's excellent. Yeah. They had a wonderful afternoon. They went back into the restaurant the next morning and got their usual booth by the window. Penelope took their order. How can I help you? I'll have the paradise pancakes and mountain morning coffee. What's it going to be for you, Elena? I'll have the Bayside crepes and mountain morning coffee. Coming right up. Mike and Elena are talking when all of a sudden they look out the window and see the Corvette woman park her car and climb out. There she is. Let's go talk to her. They run to the restaurant and talk to the Corvette woman. Excuse me, ma'am. We were told by Penelope, the waitress, that you could splice us back in Reality Bites in San Francisco by driving us at an accelerated speed in your Corvette. Sure, friendly people. Climb aboard. By the way, what's your name? Lightspeed Mendy? Your name is Lightspeed Mendy? How did your parents come up with that name? When I was born, they informed me of my ability to drive faster than the speed of light, to warp time and space, and also my ability to splice together scenes in movies in the archetypal realm where movies take place by driving faster than the speed of light. How are you able to drive faster than the speed of light? The speed of my thought processes are faster than the speed of light. I know how to place the speed of my thought processes into material objects. Oh, I see. What's in the package you keep passing back and forth to other people? The package? It shall remain a mystery. I want to know what's in the package. Maybe you'll know someday. All of a sudden, they arrived in San Francisco in front of Mike's condominium after going faster than the speed of light. Bye-bye. It was nice to meet you. Mike and Elena went into Mike's condominium to practice more with Chaser Deli. Here's nicer. Let's see. Mike and Elena got up early the next morning and went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast. They got their usual booth by the window. Penelope took their order. Good morning, Mike and Elena. Elena. It's so nice to see you. Oh, hi, Penelope. Yeah, it's so nice to be back in the realm where Really Vice 2 takes place. I miss San Francisco so much. How can I help you? Give me the Bayside griddle cakes and a cup of Mud Morning coffee. And for you, Mike, give me the Paradise pancakes and a cup of Mud Morning coffee. Coming right up. It's so nice to look out the window here in Pancakes by the Bay and observe the happy San Francisco people. It sure is. I miss that. It's fun to observe these people. We have to start writing our script based on these people. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I thought that what we could do is write the script and put on a performance right here in the restaurant. The performance would be untitled so as to give them no indication of what it is about. After the performance, we can tell the people that that it is based on their interactions. That would be wonderful. Do you want to walk around town? It's beautiful out. It's beautiful out. Sure, Mike. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Mike and Elena went for a walk around San Francisco and had a wonderful morning. Mike and Elena get up the next morning. And went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast. Again, Penelope took their order. How can I help you people? Give me the Bayside crepes and a cup of morning coffee. And for you, Elena, give me the Bayside pancakes and a cup of morning coffee. Coming right up. We have to start writing our script based on the observations of passersby. Do you have any ideas yet? I think the Corvette woman should be in the script. Yeah, there are some intriguing behaviors to be observed relating to her, including the packages she keeps passing back and forth to other people. I happened to catch a glimpse of something else very intriguing. What else? I saw a peculiar sight. If you look into her rearview mirror, you can see some kind of supernatural being from the netherworld. This being cannot be seen outside of the mirror, where it appears to be reflected by the mirror, reflected into the mirror, but can be seen in the mirror. The Corvette woman also gives this being packages. Okay. I was intrigued. Do you want to go back to my conversation practice more William Shakespeare down? Like, sure. Michael and Elena practice more William Shakespeare down. Mike and Elena, they get up the next morning, went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast and coffee. They got their usual booth out the window. Penelope took their order. How? Can I help you? Give me the Bayside pancakes or a cup of morning coffee. And for you, Lilena? Give me the Bayside crepes and a cup of mountain morning coffee. Oh, Billie Eilish. Oh, do you like the Billie Eilish song that I did? Your name is Alicia Lewis? Elisha? Is it Eliza Lewis? Do you like the Billie Eilish cover that I did, or do you like the Billie Eilish song that I wrote about called Billie Eilish? Which you like? If you like that, there's a bunch of Billie Eilish covers of her songs on YouTube of mine that I did. So I hope you check all those out and tell your friends about it too. And also, I wrote 3 songs about Billie Eilish, or 2 or 3 songs about her, and put them on YouTube. So if you check that out too, that'd be cool. There's 2, so yeah, 2 different songs that it's actually one song, different versions of the same one song, but there's like 3 different recordings. So I sincerely hope that you check those out. And okay, let me get back to my Reality Bites 2 script. Okay. Look out the window. I wonder what's going on out there. They look out the window to see the Corvette woman staring intensely at the supernatural being in her rearview mirror. The supernatural being stares back at Penelope with a hideous glow of malevolence in her eyes and wanders off into another realm. Penelope Penelope gets out of the car and walks up to another woman on the sidewalk and hands her and hands her a package. The woman then physically passes through a mirror on the sidewalk where she intermingles with people and objects that are reflected by the mirror. She has become part of the mirror's reflections. That's fascinating. That woman, that woman is in the mirror among the reflections of the mirror. I wonder why she's in there. Images and people reflected by a mirror, can trail off and form a quasi-reality wherein the reality that they are reflecting can coalesce with the reflection itself. Do you get it? People can actually physically enter into their own reflected realities wherein they can form new realities on new planes of existence. I wonder why that woman went in there with the package. Maybe you escape this reality where people are after the package. Yeah, maybe do you want to go back to my condominium? Practice more religious faith, sure. Michael and I went back to my condominium and practice more religious faith. God damn. Okay, so after finishing performing their William Shakespeare dialogue, Mike and Leilana sat on Mike's couch to have beer and talk. Just being with you is an exquisite pleasure. It's what I look forward to most every day. I agree. Just looking into your eyes and feeling the essence of your soul takes me to places of perfection. When I look into your eyes, I know I was meant for you and you were meant for me. I feel the same way. All of a sudden, Mike and Lilena are somehow transported to the sidewalk in front of Pancakes by the Bay, where the Corvette woman entered a mirror. They're standing in front of the mirror, observing not only themselves reflected in the mirror, but themselves only an hour into the past in Mike's condominium, sitting on Mike's couch. What? What happened? We seem to have been teleported from your condominium to here in front of Pancakes by the Bay, looking in the mirror. That's us an hour ago on my couch in my condominium. What we're observing is we're observing ourselves an hour in the past in a mirror in front of Pancakes by the Bay, where we have been inexplicably teleported. Oh, hi, Juliana. I feel the same way about you. Okay. All of a sudden, they see the Corvette woman with a package. Hi, I teleported you. Wow. Do you want to stay an hour into the future or go back an hour into the past? What do you want, Elena? Let's go back to the past. You must take this package to yourselves in the mirror. Sure. Mike and Elena took the package to themselves in the mirror. They took the package and were transported an hour into the future. Would you like to practice more William Shakespeare dialogue? Sure. Mike and Elena practice more William Shakespeare dialogue. Here's an excerpt from it. Romeo and Juliet, Act 2, Scene 2, Capulet's Orchard, Enter Romeo. He just as scars I never felt a wound. Enter Juliet above the window. But soft! What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who's already sick and pale with grief, that thou her maid art more fair than she? Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her festal livery is but sick and green, and what fools do wear. Cast it off, it is my lady, what is my love? Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, that she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I'll answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks, to the fair stars in all the heaven, having some business to entreat her eyes so they twinkle in their spheres. What if her eyes were there? Are they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth a lamp. Would through the airy region stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon that hand? Oh, they wear a glove upon that hand that it might touch that cheek. She speaks, oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious as not, being over my head as a winged messenger of heaven, unto the white upturned wondering eyes of mortals that follow get back to gaze on him. When he bestrides the lazy pacing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air. How canst thou hither? Tell me wherefore. The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art, if any my kinsmen find thee here. With love's light wings did I overperch these walls. For stony limits cannot hold love out. And what love can do that dares love attempt, therefore thy kinsmen are no stop to me. If they do see thee, they will murder thee. Like their life more prayer than I have than 20 other swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity. I would not for the world they saw thee here. I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes. And but thou love, let them find me there. My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued wanting of thy love. By whose direction foundst thou out this place? By love that first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me wings, and I lent him counsel. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as that vast shore bush with the farthest sea I should divine for such merchandise. Lady, by yonder blessed moon I vow that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops. Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her circled orbits, let that love prove likewise variable. What shall I swear by? Do not swear at all. Or if thou wilt, swear by the gracious self, which is the God of my idol, should I not believe thee. I will not swear. Although I join thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which shall cease to be. Ere one could say, light and sweet, good night, this but a love, a summer's orbiting breath may prove a beauty as flower where next would be. Good night, a sweet repose and rest, good night. Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied? What satisfaction can I have tonight? The exchange of thy love's faithful love for mine. I gave thee mine before thou was requested. For what purpose? But to be frank, to give thee the end. Yet I wish for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea. My love is deep. The more I have, the more I give to thee, the more I have. For both are infinite. Here's some noise, Willen. Nothing good. Give me that mattock and the wrenching iron. Hold, take this letter early in the morning. See thou deliver it to my father. Give me the light upon thy life, I charge thee. Whatever thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof. And do not interrupt me in my course while I descend into this bed of death, is partly to behold my lady's face, but chiefly to take thee thence from her dead finger a precious ring. A ring that I must use in dear employment. Therefore hence be gone. But if thou jealous dost return to pry in what I farther shall intend to do, by heaven, I will tear thee joint by joint, and strew this hungry churchyard with thy limbs. The time and my intents are savage wild, more fierce and more inexorable, far than empty tigers of the roaring sea. This letter doth make good the friar's words. Their course of love, the tidings of her death, in her he writes they did by poison a poor apothecary, and therewithal came to this vault to die, and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies? Capulet Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love, and I for wink at your discords too have lost a brace of kinsmen all are punished. Oh, brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more I can demand, but I can give thee more. For I will raise her statue in pure gold, that whiles Verona, by that name is known, there shall no figure at such rate be set as that of true and faithful Juliet. As rich shall Romeo by his ladies lie, poor sacrifices of our enmity. A gloaming peace this morning with it brings, the sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence, I have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.